Go.
We were chatting with some friends on Zoom a few days ago, and we're just saying, what is it we're really missing with this lockdown? And we all agreed that it was just touch. It was hugging our grandkids, it was hugging our friends, and it was just the whole social distancing. It makes it so remote, and that just kept going through my mind. And I went through to when Jesus, this leper came to Jesus and said, if you're willing, you can make me clean. And it says he reached out and touched him, and he said, I am willing, be clean. Of course, lepers were contagious, and if we think COVID is contagious, well, that was very contagious in those days. But Jesus didn't get leprosy. He healed that man. And yes, human speaking, we're not being able to touch people like we would like, but in fact, God's love and his touch upon our lives, and knowing that Jesus is there and he's close to us, that's not gone away with this present crisis. And one thing that really came into my mind is some years ago I was doing a conference, and I'd been doing a session on the Father heart of God and how God loves us and he is our Father and we can feel close to him. A lady came up to me afterwards and she said, I listened to you speak, but she said, my whole life I have not got any experiences. My parents, I can never remember being hugged. I can never remember sitting on my father's knee or my mother's knee. And now in later life, physical touch, I've always been felt totally deprived. I can't really relate to what you're saying about a Father heart of God, because I can't feel that God could possibly love me that way. And I was just I felt a bit stumped by the whole thing, really. And I just looked at this lady and I just said to her, no, I said, God loves you. And he said he wants to put his arms around you, and he can. I just said to her, I said, I'm just going to say to you, because we were on a residential conference, a person had come, I said, just go to a room, sit down and just say, Father, I've never had anybody put their arms around me, and but I know you love me, but I've never felt those arms. Can you do it? And amazingly, she said, and when she came later on, she came back to me, face smiling. She said, it's amazing. She said, I spoke to the Father, and I sat there and I just felt his arms come around me and enfold me in something I'd never experienced in my life. And I now know that my Father loves me and he surrounds me with his love. And so at this time, we've been listening to Ian Andrews, and it's been great to hear his healing seminars. And he was just telling about Catherine Kuhlman, and she had the most amazing healing ministry. And her favourite song was, He Touched Me, He Touched Me. And oh, the joy that filled my soul. Something happened, and now I know he touched me and made me whole. And the touch of Jesus is still the same. The Father's love for us is still the same. And we don't need to feel isolated. We can know his touch. And the reason I'm sitting on this piano, I'm not going to sing every time I do one of these messages. But as this was going through my mind, the song that came to me is this one, When I Feel His Touch when I feel your touch, the touch of your hand upon my life. And I'm going to sing it.
Read the words.
When I feel the touch of your hand upon my life, it causes me to sing a song that I love you. So from deep within, my spirit singeth unto thee. You are my King, you are my God, and I love you. I can feel his touch upon my life.